Ho, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And
there's no ho about me. Sorry.
Oh, my.
Last night we were having like all these innuendos at our craft night. And anyway.
She's still in the innuendo mood.
Seriously, imagine my sweet grandma and grandpa who are 90 years old sitting, well, my grandpa's on the couch with his book. And my grandma's at this table with my aunt, my mom, and my sisters and I. And I just kept cracking them up and like nobody was saying anything. And then next thing you know, my aunt and my sister start like cracking them out. And anyway, it was a really hard night.
Sad I missed that.
Full of satisfaction.
Absolutely. Now, you can never really time these things on YouTube with copyright claims and this or that, especially since we're trying something new today. But hopefully this is going to come out on Christmas. If it does, Merry Christmas to you all. We hope you are having a great one here. And if you're from different parts of the world, I'm sure you're excited about Boxing Day tomorrow. Not that kind of boxing. But, or...
No, it's not
Boxing
that kind
Day.
of
It's not unboxing. It's just Boxing
No, it's
Day.
Boxing Day.
So we're going to try out something new today. We got some requests to check out this show, 8 of 10 Cats. And I thought, what kind of a game show title is that? That is just so weird. It must be like derived from some kind of phrase. I don't know the phrase. Do you know the phrase, 8 of 10 Cats?
No, but I was reading about this guy who lives in, well, a long time ago. And he was known for like having this endless appetite. And he was really, really thin. And he ate a cat whole alive.
Okay, stop. What?
So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
It?
Apparently a toddler went missing and they thought he ate him at the hospital. So they kicked him out.
What is this? She's out of control.
I just read about random people and things.
So anyways, we are going to check out the first few segments of this first episode because these are longer episodes and there's no way we'd be allowed to put the entire thing in a reaction. So if you like this, stick around for the next time we post the next part of this show. We're going to see what we can get out of it. Don't know too much about it, so we're excited to check it out. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video. You don't want to hear about eating a cat whole alive?
You know, not today. You got to kind of be in that mood. And I'm not in that mood today.
No, I love our cats. I would never want to eat them.
Here we go. I'm glad you didn't want to eat them. Comforting.
So hungry.
I think Jimmy Carr is the host of the show, and there's different celebrities that come on, and I think they go head to head. I did a wee bit of research, obviously not the title of the name.
I'm wondering if it's a little bit like Family Feud with the percentages and the opening.
Only
the king
one.
of cats, Richard Madeley. Comedian and athlete Mel Gitroit. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Facing
Now,
them tonight, Pop World Puppet.
Sorry. She was a girl, it looks like Jesse Eisenberg. She was a girl that was doing the whole snogging in that one Will Teeth.
Oh, okay, okay.
Simon Amstel. From the sketch show, Lee Mack.
Oh.
And their team
so
captain,
young.
Dave Spikey. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Jimmy Carr.
There you go. So Lee Mack just took a bunch of these kind of shows. That'd be a good way to make a living.
Right?
Well, thanks very much. Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 12 school children don't know who's on top of Nelson's column? The clue is in the name, Trevor Nelson. 32% of old people don't want to live. Tell you what, old people, you're in luck.
Oh, my.
80% of women find men with cool cars attractive, which goes some way towards explaining why the last Pope got so much poontang. Right, let's get started.
Is it really true for that? No, the Pope is probably good from accent.
I've always heard guys with fast cars or nice cars are trying to compensate in some way.
What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and we've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. We didn't ask about the biggest or the most important news stories, just the things people had actually been chatting about. And it's our panellists' jobs to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean.
Well, I imagine they've been talking about the announcement of the Live 8 gig, which is due to coincide with the G8 summit, isn't it, in July? You know, the G8 summit where the 8 most powerful nations all get together in a room and go, everything's going great, isn't it?
I don't know what the 9th most powerful country is, but I bet they're livid.
Yeah. And they're doing a big... Bob Geldof's doing a big gig to draw attention to this, and he's been in some trouble with encouraging school kids to take a day off school.
Is he encouraging them to take Mondays off by any chance?
He's called for 1 million people to march to Edinburgh. I mean, I think, you know, this is a country facing a massive obesity crisis. I mean, getting someone to march to their newsagents is impossible enough.
But most of the kids who bunk off go, yeah, I'm going to Edinburgh, and they won't. They're going out to the park and try and get a bottle of cider, you know. Put the hooded tops on, throw scaffold tubes at hearses. That's all they do.
Well, let's have a look and see if Live 8 is up on our list. Yes. You're absolutely right.
Nice.
48% of people were talking about Live 8. It was a huge talking point this week. I don't know if you've seen the incredibly powerful commercial where a child dies every time famous people click their fingers. I couldn't help thinking, stop clicking your fingers. Last night I went to a restaurant. I killed 2 kids just getting the bill. It's been claimed this week that the Make Poverty History wristbands are made in China by children. Of course, they might not be children. They are a lot shorter over there.
My brother had the anti-racism wristbands, which is, you know, a black one and a white one. The black one fell off, so now he's a racist.
Dave, over to you. What do you think people have been talking about this week?
Big Brother is back. Sort of indicative of the way the programme's going, that the second most important statistic they give you now when it comes on is the bust size. It's the breast size, isn't it? It's like Saskia, 34FF. But they don't do it for... They don't do it for the blokes, do they? They don't do Anthony, 3.5 inches, on the slack.
Seriously,
I
it's
haven't
not
seen
fair.
much of it because I've been quite busy this week counting my rice. But the bits I've seen, I mean, you were talking there about the amount of large-breasted ladies. I was watching under the sound down. It looked like Benny Hill made a rap video. Fantastic.
Well, let's have a look and see if Big Brother is on our list of the most talked about things this week. It is. Big Brother was always.
Now, I don't know when this came out, but I was thinking
Big Brother was always
No.
going to be in our top 5. They've introduced infrared cameras in the house. We're excited about the prospect of some nocturnal activity. Bill Oddie hopes to see a badger. Sean, back over to you. What do you think the nation have been discussing this week?
Bumblebee crisis.
What now?
What?
The Bumblebee...
Shit! Don't panic! Don't panic! No one panic!
Calm down, it's...
What are you talking about? What Bumblebee crisis?
You don't know.
No.
In the paper, when it says BB crisis, you know that's Big Brother, don't you?
Female bumblebees, which apparently are the zealous, hard-working sex, are
Yes.
turning into fat, lazy males. This is a crisis because although bumblebees don't make honey, they do a lot of bumbling. And bumbling levels have reached a record low, and it is a real problem.
So what you're saying is there's a lot of lady bees turning into lady boys.
Exactly.
So, bumblebees, you're saying don't make honey?
No.
Right, they
No.
just bumble around.
They just bumble, and neither do they sting.
What do they do? Little fat, lazy shits. Do they do anything?
Am I dreaming, or is Richard Madeley talking about bees?
I can check if that's in the top 5.
I don't think it probably is.
Well, I think people have got to be talking about the shock horror news that Coldplay have been knocked off the #1 spot by...
Jack Chirac.
Crazy Frog.
That's more annoying than the Crazy Frog.
I don't know that song, but I know
Crazy
Coldplay.
Frog.
Chris Martin said he wants to catch him and eat his legs. But he's never going to do it. In the video, there's some guy in a rocket bike chasing him. He can't do it.
What, so you're saying the Crazy Frog?
It's got to be there.
Let's see if it's there. Yes! Yes,
They finished the cover for that Bumblebee.
Yeah,
this week,
that was
the
going
creator
nowhere.
of the Crazy Frog has said, and I quote, "I would never have it on my phone. If it came on the television, I would turn it off. Even before it went on the website, I began to hate myself." He added, "Bing, bing, 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 bing."
Oh, I know that
Two
one.
more to go.
I
Come on,
don't.
Dave.
Oh, that
Is
was
it
a long time ago.
anything to do with the fact that the postal service have had the prices of stamps frozen? I mean, I'm not being unsympathetic, but why should they raise the price of stamps? Because what do the actual postal service do, right? All they do is they collect a letter from a box, right? They stick it in a sorting office, then somebody else takes it to a train station, who takes it up north to Newcastle, and then another bloke picks that up from there, takes it to another sorting office, he'll then sort it out again,
So much.
and then he'll give it to another man, who gets on a bicycle and rides for 4 miles on his bike in the rain and delivers it to someone in the middle of nowhere, right? And they want 22p for that.
I was
true,
intrigued
though.
by this. I don't know if you saw this.
I
at
was totally thinking of the
Tesco,
band,
I
the
know,
Postal
You can get
Service.
funerals at Tesco. Which is fantastic, isn't it, really?
You get funerals at Tesco?
Oh, shop till you drop. Yeah.
What is it? Oh! That's not one of the five big talking points this week. I'll tell you what, we've got 2 more to get. Fingers on buzzers. Buzz in if you think you know what the people have been talking about this week.
Yeah, okay. Buzz.
Sean?
I think it has to be the rejection of the European Constitution by the French and the Dutch. Have said no, and ni.
I mean, the great thing is that now we don't have a referendum, because has anybody any idea what you'd be voting for?
I've got no idea at all.
Does anybody have any idea?
It's obvious. You're voting about whether Liverpool should be in Europe now.
Oh, it's
Well, let's have a look and see if the European vote was up there. Yes, it was. Well, no.
Rod Stewart is to be a dad again, age 60.
Again.
Obviously, when his kid has their 21st birthday, Rod will be dead.
Going out with one of my friends? Yeah, Dad, you coming to my 21st? You bet your arse I am, innit?
the best age to have kids, though, 60s and 70s, isn't it, really? Because you've got to get up 2 or 3 times a night anyway.
That's a lovely thought. No, that didn't make the list.
Japanese soldiers thought World War II was still going on. They emerged somewhere.
Oh, yes.
I can tell you that was the 8th most talked about thing this week. 2 Japanese servicemen have emerged from the jungle and are said to be shocked that the war is over. They were even more shocked when Ant and Dec said, let's have a look at some of your funniest moments. You've got one more thing to get. Richard.
It's actually Cole, isn't it?
Tell me the story.
He's committed the heinous crime of actually having a cup of tea with somebody from another club. For this, he's been fined £100,000.
It wasn't the first time it happened as well, because he was tapped up by Newcastle as well, apparently, just before.
Why does it matter? I mean...
Well, that would never work, because you can't sell coal to the Geordies. Thank you.
Let's have a look if it's there.
Said that one.
It is.
Oh, you're nice.
Right, that's the end of the first round, and we've established that the British public talk more about animated ringtones than the European Constitution. Good on you. I can also tell you that Sean, Richard and Mel have 4 points, and Dave, Simon and Lee have 1 point.
Oh, guys.
So that first segment, man, I was like 10 minutes. Jeez Louise. It's tough for me because this is like so long ago. I don't know how long ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we can figure out how old Rod Stewart is. If he was 60 at the time, I want to say he's at least in his 70s, if not more by now. So it's a while ago. But I still enjoy, like, the panel type thing. You know, it reminds me of a little bit of Wilty, which is with the 3 on both sides, but also a lot of, like, QI, like, talking about this or that, but, you know, making some jokes here and there. But that would be an interesting game, trying to figure out what is everyone talking about right now. If this was happening live and trying to guess what that is, that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay, so if it was happening right now, what would everybody be talking about in the United States?
What would everyone be talking about?
Like, if we were to do our top 5.
I would say something about how much money is being spent on, you know,
Holidays.
Christmas shopping.
Yes.
I would say, oh my God. I mean, see, it's different though, because everyone's in their own, like, microcosm of a world. Like, I'm a huge sports fan. So, like, right now, the Chargers fired their coach and GM. That just happened a few days ago. And the Raiders scored this crazy amount of points. But would that be something that everyone's talking about? For sports fans, what all sports fans are talking about.
Okay, so maybe there's, like, the sports fan. The politics could be the fact of, like, what's going to happen in our next presidential election.
Well, you have
got Donald
Trump on trial and all this kind of stuff.
But still running for president. And
or whatever they call. I mean, when it's these politicians or these rich people, it's not really trials, this or that sometimes. But
whatever.
Yeah, he's going through that nonsense.
And he's still running for president.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have said many times on this channel, I don't pay attention to the news that much. You know, besides like the things I'm interested in, obviously, and that's probably a lot of people. But I'm not one to turn on like CNN or something like that and just see what's going on here or there.
But that does remind me, another major topic is probably being discussed is a shooting at UNLV.
Yeah.
Especially for where we live.
Where we live, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm still willing to give this episode a chance. There's about maybe 4 or 5 different parts. We finished this first segment. This is a good place to end this first video. We hope you enjoyed this because it is a little different. It's not the entire video. We don't get a full resolution, but we get a resolution of this part. And it's a little outdated, but we're still excited to try it out and see the different variations. I did watch one thing trying to understand this show. It was a small clip, and it had that lady, oh, I forget her name now, but she was on The Office, the red-haired lady that was later on in the seasons. No, the later seasons.
Oh, yeah, the British. Yeah.
And it was this game that they have where you have to come up with a certain number, like 105. And they have 6 different random numbers up there, and you can use all different math operations, but you've got to just use those 6 numbers to try to get to that total. And that was a lot of fun. I could not do it because I didn't fully understand the rules. But now that I do understand the rules, hopefully that, I'm not sure what season that came into play, but that was kind of a fun game. So we'll just have to see. If you like our reaction to this, please do us a huge favor. Give us that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and also let us know if you are willing and excited to watch us react to more of this episode and other episodes in these 10-minute increments or so. With all that being said, until next time.
Goodbye.